Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to pre-market update. Everything is going great. All trades are going super great. You can see S&P 500 made a new all-time high. Nasdaq touched 19,000 new all-time high for the first time, and cycle analysis is working perfect. We were expected to have bottom on 31st of May. We got that. I shared this maybe a month ago that this is the cycle we are expecting. We got the bottom. I told you guys we're going to go higher. This is a higher cycle, and that's what expecting as well. Even on my private Discord group, I have a members only section where I shared my trades as I'm taking, and you can see here I said 31st of May I'm buying FNGU. I sold UNH and bought TQQ, and I said I'm holding FNGU and TQQ max leverage positions, 3x pump I'm expecting. So let's go and see how they are doing. And I told what happened yesterday. I said in the morning around 10:30 a.m. I said I've sold all my leverage positions. So just to see how did we do from 31st of May here. Okay, this is Fungu. I bought Fungu here and I sold it yesterday, 15% pump. Okay, and you can see TQQQ. Let's go to TQQQ and let's see from where when we bought to yesterday, 14% pump. Just holding 3 days, 14% pump. I'm telling you live when I'm buying and selling. What else you need, guys? What else you need? And also I'm sharing buy and sell zones here as things are going on. You can see I'm sharing every hour how things are going on S&P 500 and Nasdaq. And you can see this was extremely easy trade. Touched buy zone. I'm selling when I'm telling you guys when it's touching buy zone, sharing trades, sharing the even a SPY and QQQ levels I'm sharing with all my subscribers. You can see ETF, you can see all the levels here, and you can make a educated trade decision. And there's also a members chat section where you can ask me to post any of your favorite chats. You can see people are asking me to post any of their favorite stocks, and I'm sharing those. All right. Okay, guys, so just wanted to let you know that we are killing it in Discord and you should join. There's a join button in the description of this video. Click on it, join, let me know your user ID, and I'll add you to my members only section where you can ask me any questions. All right, so let's go back to SPY, SPX, cycle analysis. Now we made a new all-time high, all right? Cycle is stopping on, let's say, mid of June, and right now from where we are we have another week or so to go. Now we it made a new high, so let's just be a bit careful because if I go to SPY, which is the cash index, and if I go to 1 hour chart, I just wanted to show you why I'm a bit concerned. Not a lot concerned, but just a little bit, because there is a gap here. Okay, you can see gap up, yesterday gap up, all right, and this gap is not filled. Triple Qs has a even bigger gap, all right? And 1 hour chart, I'm getting a non-count sell signal on triple Qs. On SPY, I got a 9 counts 1 hour chart sell signal last hour. So let's go back to daily chart. I'm just worried that this gap will be filled maybe in June sometime. So we just have to be a bit careful. So let's not be super bullish. And the other reason for me to kind of warn you, let me add back these EMA lines, is because on day trading chart, if you look at MES, we are very overextended, all right? You can see we are in sell zone, and this is very rare. Like you can see to be in second and third standard deviation for the entire day is very rare, all right? So I think we need to cool down a bit from where we are right now. We are in the sell zone right now as we are talking. So let's go back to our side-by-side comparison. This is MES live chart. I think it's quite reasonable. We could come to neutral zone or we could come to buy zone, which is around 53.28. I'm just watching the show here. I'm not going to be participating in this because this is in the sell zone and I don't like to short in bull market, okay? Because it can still go higher. I'd rather wait for a price to be back in the buy zone like it happened on here, which 4th of June it's touched it. You can see here it touched it again 3rd of June. So I will just wait patiently, and this is the best trade on 31st of May, okay? This is on S&P 500. So I'll just wait patiently, and it will come there. It will come there. It might have to take a day or two, but let's see if it's gonna come today to fill this gap. That will be the perfect entry for me. I'm not gonna be buying at new highs, all right? So I only buy on red days. I don't buy on green days. So let's wait and watch what's going on. And like I said on SPY, there's a gap all the way down here around 528. So from where we are to that gap is around 1% down. All right. So keep an eye on that. All right. And Nasdaq, MNQ, same story here. Nasdaq was even stronger between second and third standard deviation. Usually this is a very good area to short, but you can see it's a bull market, so it can remain. This looks like a short squeeze. So but anyhow, where we are right now, we are very, very overextended. So I'm just going to wait for this to fall in the buy zone. Until that, I'm just going to watch the show. Nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is also a trade as well. All right. And you can see triple Q's new highs, but there's a gap here around 454. So I'm not going to be buying until we go down and go to the buy zone on these as well. Dow Jones. Let's look at Dow Jones. Dow Jones was the weakest, and that's concerning me because if in a bull market you want to see all indices go higher together, but Dow Jones is behaving differently compared to other indices. DIA ETF, you can see now there is a gap. If I go to day trading chart on DIA, there's a gap on the top as well around 390. So they could go fill that gap and then come down. I am not sure what they're gonna do, but there's a gap. Okay, so if that gap fills, then it can come back down later as well. But as far as levels are concerned, it's in the neutral zone. It can go anywhere. Russell 2000, IWM ETF also in the neutral zone. This is looking a bit weaker this morning. IWM has a gap all the way down to fill here around 200. That will be my entry. If Russell can go all the way down, 2% down to fill that gap, that's going to be my entry. And on a day trading chart, that's between third and second deviation in the buy zone. So that's a very good entry if I can get that. So for now, I will see. I will wait. I don't like to buy near new highs. I will just wait for it to cool down. That's my strategy. Tesla is been weaker, weakest. Entire stock market is pumping, but Tesla does not want to participate. Not sure what's going on. Holding above this red line, which is 50 simple moving average. Let's see if it breaks. If it breaks this low here, 166, that's going to be another change in trend. That's going to be lower high, lower low, then that's change in trend. It really needs to bounce now. If it doesn't bounce, then I don't know what to say. So you can see test the buy zone here around yesterday morning, bounce, now near neutral zone. All right, Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin. You can see here Bitcoin is in the neutral zone. Also, green line is above red line. Everything is looking good. No issues here. I think Bitcoin is getting ready for maybe this is near resistance. Okay, previous highs you can see. If I may go high, like a draw a box, you can see this whole area. It's a big resistance. So Bitcoin needs some news to pass this. All right, it's not gonna be easy to just pass, bounce, 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 bounce. Just in front of a major resistance. Okay, guys. So Bitcoin could go lower and then bounce because June is gonna be a very choppy month, so Bitcoin could go lower and then go higher again later on. So just keep that in mind. And on Ethereum, ETH, um, there's a gap here around 3941, so that should be fixed at some point. But Ethereum will just do what Bitcoin is doing. It's just flagging, consolidating, and let's see if it can bounce anytime soon. We'll see. But the levels on Ethereum are it's right now in the middle, neutral zone. All right. CNQ is here because it was in the buy zone, but I don't want to because I'm expecting later on in June there's going to be a little bit of dip. So I don't know if it's going to be worth buying CNQ. I'm just watching. It's in a watch radar, but it's in the buy zone with a gap down. Yellow gaps. This will be filled at some point. There is a gap at the bottom here around 69.80. I think it might get filled, so I will be buying there. There's another gap here around 66. That's where I think it's a real nice area around 66 to buy. So I'm just gonna, this is in the watch zone right now for me. Crude oil is in the neutral zone. Yesterday, a little bit of pump, came back to neutral zone. Looking for it to go a little lower in this box over here. This is where I want to be buying really the crude oil, right? So wanted to go in 69, 68 area. That's where I'll be interested in buying. So it can happen today. It can drop today. We'll see what goes on. Toronto Stock Exchange, TSX near sell zone. Hang Seng Index, China. China is in the middle, neutral zone, all right, doing nothing much on a daily chart. 9 count SPY signal a couple of days ago, this, and just holding here for now. Nothing much here. Let's look at commodities. Gold. Gold is in the neutral zone, pumped, but right now in the neutral zone. So let's see what it wants to do. Still a higher high, higher lows. Let's see if it breaks below 2276, that's going to be changing trend, but until then it's still holding nicely here. Silver is in the neutral zone again, came from sell zone in the neutral zone. Was a nice trade yesterday from the buy zone. You can see from the buy zone to the pump to the sell zone. Nice 4% trade on silver. So let's see right now in the middle. So we'll wait and watch what silver will do. Natural gas keeps pumping, keeps getting better and better in the sell zone short term. Copper going down from the sell zone. Palladium is in the neutral zone. Soybeans is right now bouncing from the buy zone. Sugar is, let's see, in the sell zone. Wheat ETF is bouncing from the buy zone. Let's see if it can come a little bit lower. That's going to be a good area to buy. But it looks like a change in trend. This low is broken, so it can bounce and then go lower. So looks like a higher high, but lower high here as well. So lower low, sorry. So looks like a change in trend. So let's see, any bounces could be sold into. So just keep that in mind. Corn bouncing from the buy zone and dollar DXY in the support area. Okay, so this is a bit concerning because dollar is in the support area. It can bounce, and I'll show you wicks as well very quick here, which is also in the area of which coming very close to the bounce area. Okay. So this is where VIX can find support, guys. So just be a bit careful. Every time VIX goes here, 13 and 12, it can bounce. All right. So we just gotta be mindful of all these other indication, which is telling me VIX is in buy area, dollars is on support, dollar. So that's not good for market. All right. So Apple is in the sell zone again. New highs with divergence on PPO and RSI. So looks like it needs some cool down. Amazon. Amazon is filling this gap eventually around 182, and let's see, uh, still a high low can go higher. Let's see, let's wait and watch. In the sell zone, I'm not interested. Wait for it to go back to buy area. Netflix is also touching the sell zone. Google is also in the sell zone. Meta, Facebook is also in the sell zone. Microsoft, same thing here, sell zone. Snowflake is the weakest. Not sure why it went down so much. Is in the buy zone still. Got a 9 count buy signal a couple of days ago, but still it broke that low. So that's concerning. It could go a little lower. So let's see where it's going to bottom. I don't know. NVDA keep just pumping. Not sure what's going on with this stock. Just keep going straight up. Again, divergences on PPO and RSI, but that's why you don't want to short in a bull market. This is a perfect example. Okay. AVGO. Massive candle yesterday, 6% pump in the sell zone. AMD touched the sell zone also yesterday. Look to take profits on all of these stocks if you bought them end of May. Again, Qualcomm in the sell zone, SMCI in the neutral zone right now, and CRM, which was also looks like green yesterday in the neutral zone. There's an earnings gap, so it could try to fill that gap at some point. Okay. All right, guys. That's it for today. If you want me to review any particular stocks, let me know. Put a comment bottom, and I'll review it. And I wish you all the best for today's trading day. Take care. Bye.